Hi there, welcome back to Save with Crypto. My name is Save with Crypto, and for regular viewers you will know that I've been filling in for Dave Stonksy. That's Dave Stonksy there. I've been filling in for Dave Stonksy on the Stonksy Indicator channel for the past week. This is me there, sort of. Okay, that's Dave there. There you go. Dave is going to be back on the 22nd of July, I think. So from now until then, I'm doing a live stream every day at 1 p.m. Except Sundays, where I think I will do, well, I might try and do what I did last week if it's exciting, which what I did was I covered the weekly candle close. Now, for me in the UK, that meant I went up to 1 a.m. And it was a bit difficult, actually, because it was obviously very late. And to be quite frank, I'd had a few beers during the day, so it was a bit difficult staying awake. So there was that. However, yesterday, on this stream here, right at the end, I did enter a trade. And the reason I did that is because of Stonksy. Stonksy is an indicator that this channel is all about, this channel here. And I'll just show you what I did. So during the stream, I actually entered into a long position at 116844, and I decided to come out of that fairly quickly, actually. So I actually came out at 117. Now, I was using 40x leverage, which is a little bit crazy, but I did have my eye on it like a hawk, you know, so I was ready to sort of close it if the trade wasn't going my way. And indeed, I did see it kind of turn around fairly quick, actually. And I also had a discussion with SMFC, aka Dean, the programmer of the Stonksy bot. I had a little discussion with him over in the Stonksy Discord, and there was something I missed, really, which I should have paid attention to. I'll show you that in a moment. But I did close that. It just made 5% profit, taking a profit of $99. So it wasn't too bad, actually. And then what I did was I re-entered that trade shortly afterwards when I was, seeing what I wanted to see. And then what I did during the night is I'd left it with a trailing stop loss because I wasn't sure how high the price was going to go. And obviously that trailing stop loss followed the price up. And when it came down a little bit in the early hours of this morning, it closed the trade. I set it to close half the trade. So that made 19.92%, which was like $369. Which brings me to where we are this morning. Now let's just go over to the Stonksy chart and put it on the 1 hour time frame. Now the problem was yesterday that I was looking at it on the 6 minute time frame, and although the background did go green, what I hadn't noticed was that the price here on the 6 minute time frame was right at the very top of this channel here. This is a channel created by Stonksy, and as it kind of almost hit there, the price came down. So I did manage to get out with a profit. But then what I did when it came back down here and it hit the bottom of the channel here, I re-entered the trade. Now, I was assuming this was going to be like a small scalp trade, so I just moved my stop loss to break even and I went to sleep, basically. Now, what happened this morning was I was looking at it on the 1 hour time frame, and what I saw was this oscillator here. This is a momentum oscillator. This is also part of Stonksy. This was red, and this had been red and down the bottom for the whole of Tuesday. And it was only just an hour or so ago that it started to turn pink like that, or light red as they call it within the indicator. So what I've done now is I've added to that trade, and it's quite large now. So my entry is not too bad. My entry is 117785. I am again on silly leverage, which means my position size is large. It's $161,000. I'm currently 50% in profit, which is $2,000, and I've taken 260 so far. So I think this is all going pretty well. Now later on today, I will be on the Stonksy Indicator show, and I did have a little discussion with Dean this morning. We had a little phone call, and he's given me a couple of strategies that I could offer to beginners who want to try out Stonksy. So I think that'll be quite good. If you can come along at 1 o'clock on the Stonksy Indicator channel, that would be really appreciated. That is 1 o'clock UK time, so that's midday UTC. Okay, so regarding from now until, say, this afternoon, this is what I'm looking at. I'm looking at the Bitcoin price here. This is actually the ByBit chart. And I've got these EMAs on. These are like red, cyan, yellow and green, and they are a 5, 9, 21 and 55 EMA. Now, at the moment, they're kind of almost getting themselves in the right order for a trend to the upside here on the 1 hour time frame. Ideally, what you want to see is them in this order here. So red, cyan, yellow, green. At the moment, we've got red, cyan, green, yellow. And that is because these yellow and green ones are at the moment converging like that. Okay. Now, if everything goes to plan, I would guess that they would converge sometime this afternoon, and then we should see some more upside. There is a chance they won't converge. Okay, now if they don't, the price could come down quite a lot, in which case I will just close my longs and then look for a new position. It does happen like that sometimes. Let me just find an example. So the kind of thing I'm talking about is, say for example here, where the yellow started to curl up a little bit and the green was coming down, but they never actually touched. So when they didn't touch, the price actually came down quite a lot. So that is always a possibility. But I would say for the moment they are looking pretty much, set to cross again in a bullish fashion, and that would be really nice. The green and yellow are great. The 21 and 55, they're brilliant. I mean, you can see here when they cross bearish, that was yesterday early in the morning, and consequently the price came down, and then hopefully we're now reversing back up. So I don't see why we can't reverse, go back up here, maybe even get a new all-time high. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Any questions? Ask in the comments down below. Hopefully I'll see you at 1 o'clock on the Stonksy Indicator Show. But meanwhile, can you do us a favour? Can you give this video a great big fat like? It really, really does help. Make sure you are subscribed and make sure you got the notifications on all, and above all, tell your friends.
Save with Crypto is a totally dope YouTube channel. Many of you know that I always have my mind on my money and my money on my mind. If it's flipping crypto, I'm Blofin, be the best crypto flipper in the world. Whatever it is you do, you have to master your craft. Everyone should own Bitcoin, maybe a whole Bitcoin. They're no fun if the homies can't have none. The thing is, you don't get respect if you don't deserve it. Save with Crypto deserves the ultimate respect. Do like all his videos, subscribe with notifications on all, and above all, tell your friends.